Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and thanks for joining us for another edition of the 6 p.m. English news over the Republican television. Let's begin right away with our headlines. Honorable Banmi Dinga Emmanuel has this Tuesday, November 16th, presided over capacity building workshops on the production of biogas in the country. The workshop brought about 30 members of the lower house of assembly at the Yaoundé Conference Center. The 20th ordinary session of National Statistics was held early this Tuesday, chaired by the Minister of Economy Planning and Regional Development, Alamin Usman May. The session was centered on the validation of the implementation of the National Development Strategy of 2020-2030. Supporters and fans of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon are already streaming into the Japuma Stadium in Douala to give their support as some few hours Cameroon will be taking on Côte d'Ivoire in a crucial 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers games. Those were our main points. We'll be right back. You're welcome back. We begin the news where over 30 members of the lower house of assembly have taken part in capacity building workshops on the production of biogas in the country. The training workshop took place at the Yaoundé Conference Center this Tuesday, November 16, and was presided over by Honorable Banmi Dinga Emmanuel. Bertrand Tita was present and brought back the following report.
The training session at the conference center, being the temporal venue for the lawmakers, brought together over 30 parliamentarians on the initiative of the parliamentary network coordinated by Honorable Mbamni Dinga Emmanuel for the promotion of investments and partnership contracts relating to the production of biogas in Commission Room A. The expertise is provided by Royal Renewable Energy Cameroun, abbreviated PRECAM, a company specialized in the field of sustainable energy with compost production, biocoal production, biogas technology, sustainable agriculture as its pole.
Is concerned about climate change, and one of the causes of climate change or the production of the depletion of the ozone layer is deforestation. Production of biogas, which is made out of waste, organic waste, will go a long way to curb the cutting down of trees in our communities. And not only that, the process of production of biogas is going to create jobs for our youth, is going to produce fertilizer for our agriculture, non-chemical fertilizer for our agriculture. So you see, the members of parliament, to answer your question, are the representative of the people. We see the concern of the people, we see the threat into their life, and we have taken the initiative to do this training so that they can go home and make sure that they spread the knowledge on the production of biogas in their various constituencies.
Members of the lower house of assembly began meeting on the 11th of November for the third ordinary session for the 2021 legislative year at the conference center.
I think the MP has taken the resolution to see where the bottlenecks about access to that waste is concerned, and we're going to resolve that problem with the powers that be. Access should be given to the young people who have the initiative, who are transforming our waste into fertilizer, into gas, to collect that waste freely and carry out their enterprise.
At the end of this working session, one is expected that biogas will solve the problem of shortages of cooking gas in the...
The minister delegate at the Ministry of External Relations in charge of operation with the Commonwealth, Felix Mbanyo, has presided over platform of Cameroon National Shippers Council. The platform, which was held this Tuesday at the Ministry of External Relations, brought together authorities of the Shippers Council, and equally in the course of the ceremony, new executive committee members were appointed to various ministries. We have details with BrigadeAntiSardinard.
Charged with the mission to provide assistance and ensure the protection of shippers' interests of the whole transport chain in view of contributing to the promotion of international trade, the Cameroon National Shippers Council with the Ministry of External Relations have held the first strategic partnership to assist businesses through the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council. The opening ceremony, chaired by the Minister Delegate at the Ministry of External Relations in charge of cooperation with the Commonwealth, Felix Mbayu, saw the commissioning of platform members and a glamour core to serve selflessly.
Ensuring that this platform is thoroughly exploited and beneficial for the socio-economic development of our country and enhances the role and contribution of our country within the Commonwealth. I therefore officially open this inaugural session of the MINREX CSNC platform and officially commission all the members of the platform.
The General Manager of the CNSC underscored the importance of the platform.
Sincerely thanks the head of state, His Excellency President Paul Biya, who worked very hard to enable Cameroon to be a member of the Commonwealth. So one of the main missions of this platform installed today by the Ministry Delegate Felix Mbayu will be to work hand to hand with public administration, but mostly with private administration, because we will see together what business opportunities economic operator of Cameroon can benefit from the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council. Thank you.
The second and final phase of the platform that constitutes working sessions of the appointed members is geared towards seeking ways to research and make available to shippers any information necessary for them to carry out their activities. Provide assistance to shippers by constituting their files and helping them through the various stages of their operations. Work towards facilitating and simplifying transport and international trade procedures. In this respect, the CNSC shall manage the one-stop shop of foreign trade transactions, examine all files related issues of a technical, legal and economic nature in view of identifying problems and seeking possible solutions.
We remain at the Ministry of External Relations, where during the opening ceremony of the first platform of the Cameroon National Shippers Council, the chairman, who also doubled as the Minister Delegate in charge of operation with the Commonwealth, Felix Mbayu, reiterated on the importance of the platform. Let's now take a listen to the Minister's Delegate speaking with Samuel Bonis.
The Prime Minister, head of government, authorized the creation of the Ministry of External Relations, Cameroon National Shippers Council platform, tasked with following up the institutional strategic partnership between the Shippers Council and the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council. We are gathered here today to give substance to this strategic partnership, which takes place within the context of the twin challenges of COVID-19 and climate change. These challenges impose on us the necessity to make amendments to change the way we do business in a global environment where increasing temperatures and rising sea levels, droughts, extreme weather conditions forces us and requires us to do more with less and to build back better. Your Excellencies, distinguished members of the platform, ladies and gentlemen, guided by the fervent desire to develop our economy and make it less vulnerable to changes in the global landscape, the government of Cameroon elaborated the National Development Strategy, NDS 30, as part of the 2035 vision of an emerging Cameroon. This strategy is designed to structurally transform our economy. It embodies the aspirations of Cameroonians from every walk of life. A partnership such as that between the National Shippers Council and the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council is a concrete step towards achieving these objectives. In essence, it is a veritable trajectory imbued with viable potentials aimed at making a significant impact towards economic growth and development.
The Minister of Economy, Planning and Regional Development, Alamin Ousmane, has this Tuesday, November 16th, presided over the 20th Ordinary Session of the National Statistical Council. The session was centered on the validation of the implementation of the National Development Strategy of 2020-2030, which is geared towards the emergence of the country in 2035. We have details in the following report.
Cameroon has once again demonstrated its constant attachment to the improvement of official statistics in the service of sustainable development and of the national statistical system. This explains the reason for the 20th Ordinary Session of the National Statistical Council that was held this Tuesday in Yaoundé, with focus on the validation of the implementation of the National Development Strategy of 2020-2030.
During this session of National Statistical Council, we have 3 points to examine. It's very important for our country to have statistics represent quality that will help the investors to be able to invest in our country. That's the reason why we have this subject in our agenda.
Chaired by the Minister of Economy, Planning and Regional Development, Alamin Ousmane, the session takes place at a time when Cameroon is preparing to celebrate on November 18th the 31st edition of the African Statistic Day under the theme Modernizing National Statistical Systems to Support Socio-Cultural Development in Africa.
In the days to come or the months to come, we have to produce another report on the implementation of a national strategy of the development of a country. This evaluation has to take roots on the implementation of the national statistic framework which is adopted.
This englobed to the struggle of the 2035 emergence of the country.
A ceremony to launch the Council's International Economic Forum for the Promotion and Development of Municipal Projects took place this Tuesday, November 16th at Hilton Hotel Yaoundé. The official ceremony was chaired by the Minister of Decentralization and Local Development, George Elanga Obam, and Umeko was present and brought back the following report.
Improving and promoting development of municipal projects towards equal decentralization remains one of government's key reforms of public governance to give Cameroonians at local levels the possibility of participating in the management of their own affairs. Objective of this Council's International Economic Forum for Local Development that brings together actors to discuss on how to sell the image of Cameroon at the international level with hope for decentralization.
The representation of the government with more than 10 ministers. I'm sure all the mayors were in the room also. Some entrepreneurs were there, and you saw also the people of the diplomatical corps, meaning that we are preparing an event that will sell the decentralization in Cameroon.
Encouraging and improving productivity at the local levels will boost decentralization and development at all levels.
So if I have an association of farmers that does produce cocoa, it makes it very easy for me to link them up, or actually do a partnership with these associations, with the City Council of Kmer, so we can now together, link up to an investor. The majority of the cocoa production in Cameroon takes place, planted. So the industry, the transformation industry will be in Kmer. So when we produce the cocoa, we do the transformation in Kmer. This, I think, is very important because it will decimate development to the local areas, not creating huge, big industrial towns, but that every locality in Cameroon with its respective potential will be developed back at home. I think that is the fruit of decentralization, which I think the head of state, His Excellency President Pobia, is trying to bring forth.
This forum organized at Hilton Hotel, chaired by the Minister of Decentralization and Local Development, Georges Elanga Oba, November 16, 2021, falls in line with His Excellency President Pobia's objective of a national development strategy from 2020 to 2030 in Cameroon.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, you are watching the 6 p.m. English news over Camdis television. Let's now talk sport, where in just 2 hours from now, all eyes will be on the Japoma Stadium in Douala, where Cameroon will be taking on Côte d'Ivoire in a crucial 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers game. With the stakes of the game very high, fans and supporters of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon are already streaming into the stadium to give their much-needed support. Our special envoys to Douala, Blaise Tanieu and Isaac Ngonkun, are standing by with latest update. Hello, Isaac. Can you tell us the state of the stadium right now?
Yes, good evening, Geraldine Nase, and welcome to the Japoma Stadium here in Douala, the nation's economic capital, where the fans and supporters of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon are already streaming into the 50,000 capacity Japoma Stadium, where the indomitable Lions of Cameroon are going to be taking on the Elephants of Côte d'Ivoire this evening in just under 2 hours. As we speak to you right now, the fans and supporters of the indomitable Lions are already streaming into the Japoma Stadium in their numbers, and I tell you, it is going to be a fantastic night. It's going to be an evening not to forget in a hurry, because the stakes of this game are very, very high. The indomitable Lions of Cameroon must win in order to qualify for the last round of qualifiers for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Cameroon is second in Group G with 12 points, while Côte d'Ivoire is topping the group with 13 points. And so there is no room, there is absolutely no room for any error. There is no margin of error for the indomitable Lions. Coach Antonio Conceição and his boys must do everything within their powers to make sure that they get all 3 points tonight in order to seal Cameroon's qualification to the last round of qualifiers in the African zone. And so, you know the stakes, just as we do here in Douala. We keep our fingers crossed that we will be bringing you the good news that the indomitable Lions of Cameroon have qualified for the last stage. Reporting live from the Japoma Stadium here in Douala, we are Blaise Tanieu, Isaac Ngonku on special assignment for Camdis Television.
We thank you very much, Isaac Ngonkun, for that update, and we wish the indomitable Lions of Cameroon all the best. We remain in Douala, still at the Japoma Stadium, where our special envoys talk with some fans and supporters on their expectations as far as the match is concerned. Let's take a listen to their sentiments of joy and optimism selected by Isaac Ngonkun, speaking on the microphone of Blaise Etonye.
It's not the first time that I take part to a match which is organized here at the Commonwealth Stadium. Maybe it's if I feel very well the third time. This is a great gift that the President of the Republic gives you to Cameroon, particularly those who follow football. And concerning the match of today, it's a big match. We have two great teams, Cameroon and Ivory Coast. I think as Cameroonian, I can say that Cameroon can win. But I'm unable to tell you what will be the scoreline at the end of the match. But my hope is that at the end, Cameroon has to win. Right? It is an obligation today.
Your name, please?
My name is Dr. Anglophone.
I'm just happy. I'm so happy to be there. I'm happy to be in the stadium. Look how the stadium is so beautiful. And I hope Cameroon will beat Ivory Coast 2-0. So that will be the greatest result as the team has never been. So I'm so happy to be there. Thank you.
Well, this is like a final for us since we want to go to a World Cup. So we are very enthusiastic and we want to win. That's why we are here to support our country to win this match. We must win because we have to go to the World Cup.
What do you think is going to be the scoreline for Cameroon?
5-0.
5-0?
Yeah. No pity, no pity today. We must win. We are having the same goal difference, so we must have a win.
And on to news out of the country, the French Interior Minister has this Tuesday, in November 16th, ordered the police to clear a major migrant camp, which is home to around 1,000 people hoping to reach Britain. We have this story and more in the following report.
French police cleared a major migrant camp this Tuesday that was home to around 1,000 people hoping to reach Britain amid tensions between London and Paris over Channel crossing. A record number of migrants across the Channel in small boats last Thursday, about 1,185 according to British figures, which the British government described as unacceptable. The French Interior Minister, however, warned his British counterpart on Monday to stop using France as a punch ball in their domestic politics. It is therefore due to this that the minister ordered the police this Tuesday to clear a camp near the port of Dunkirk, which is one of the main departure points for Britain. At least 2 people were killed and 24 others injured after 2 loud explosions rocked Uganda's capital Kampala early this Tuesday, sparking disorder and confusion as people fled what is widely believed to be coordinated attack. Before the attack, the UK government had updated its Uganda travel advisory to say extremists are very likely to carry out attacks in this East African country. However, the Allied Democratic Forces, an affiliate of the Islamic State group in Central Africa, claimed responsibility for the attack on the entry. Heavy rain and flooding in southern Egypt has left 3 people dead and more than 500 others hospitalized from scorpions that were forced out by heavy storms from their hiding places into many houses across the province. Downpours, hail and thunders in the province of Haswan over the weekend forced local authorities to suspend school classes this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our 6 p.m. English news. But before we leave you a recap of our bullet points. Honorable Banmi Dinga Emmanuel has this Tuesday, November 16, presided over capacity building workshops on the production of biogas in the country. The workshop brought about 30 members of the lower house of assembly at the Yaoundé Conference Center. The 20th ordinary session of the National Statistics was held early this Tuesday. Chaired by the Minister of Economic Planning and Regional Development, Alamin Usman May, the session was centered on the validation of the implementation of the National Development Strategy of 2020-2030. Supporters and fans of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon are already streaming into the Japoma Stadium to give their support, as in some few hours, Cameroon will be taking on Côte d'Ivoire in a crucial 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers games. Meet Desiree Trésor Bonnet at exactly 8 p.m. for news in the French language. But until then, do stay tuned to interesting programs over Republican television. Have a wonderful evening.